do you not prefer to use business loans over like lines of credits and credit cards when it comes to new businesses?
Yeah, so my order is this.
3, maybe 5, 6 applications.
They don't do none of that. They don't do none of that. We simply apply. That's that Instagram hack.
I didn't hear you reference like business loans. Like, so what are the difference with like, do you not prefer to use business loans over like lines of credits and credit cards when it comes to new businesses?
Yeah, so my order is this, because I want you to be, my saying is fund responsibly. So typically business loans have higher interest rates, right?
Yeah.
The thing with business credit cards is typically about 80% of lenders have a 0% interest business credit card, which means let's say you're starting a podcast. Now, if I go get you $100,000, right? Now you have the ability to go out, get the mics, get the setup, get the camera, get the cool logo, start your LLC. You get to do all these things, and now you have a year. Let's say we go to Chase, 0%, 12 months. Now you got a year before you have to start paying any interest. In the meantime, the only thing you have to do is pay a 1% minimum monthly. So let's say on $50,000, that's only $500 a month that you have to pay. Nobody's mad at paying $500 on $50,000 if you max out that card, right? Because your percentage that you pay back, the 1% is based on what you use.
Yeah.
So that's why I love 0% interest business credit cards. Second, I will go business lines of credit. Typically there is interest on it, but it's low relatively. And the great thing about business lines of credit is you only get interest accrued on what you use. So for example, if you were to get a $20,000 business line of credit, what happens is they drop it into an account, business line of credit. You can literally, if you only want to use 10 to go work on a project, you just move the 10 over to your business checking, and now your interest is only on that $10,000 versus the whole 20. Versus when you get a loan, the interest is typically a little higher, and then the interest is on the whole amount. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
if you got
that's usually my
$100,000
last
loan,
option.
it's $100,000 even if you don't use it.
Even if you don't use it. And then there's no doc with credit cards. A lot of credit cards, we get people, brand new business owners, don't have revenue coming in. They can still go out and get funding, which is the beautiful thing, because most people are under the misconception you already need to be in business 2 years. You need to have some business revenue. No, if you know what you're doing, right, which is what we break down, then you can go out and get the funding even as a brand new business owner.
So another piece of advice we got that I want to confirm with you, right, is like setting up the computer, right? And you got like 3, maybe 5, 6 applications.
They don't do none of that. They don't do none of that. We simply apply. That's that Instagram hack.
So that don't really work. Like if you hit submit at the same time.
It's not that it doesn't work. It's that it doesn't make a difference. You can simply just apply for one credit card after the other, You're still going to get the inquiry. It's still going to work the same. I know back in the day, people used to teach, pull up all the tabs, go to the next, go to the next, go to the next.
And hit submit at the same time, and they're not going to be able to see the last inquiry.
It's the same thing.
It don't really work like that?
It doesn't really
so
work.
They'll still see the inquiry?
They're still going to see the inquiry. Yes. You're still going to get the same inquiries whether you're not. When we apply for American Express, what we do is we simply apply. You can go to Blue Cash, then you simply apply again. Blue Plus, you simply apply again. Gold, silver, platinum, back to back to back. It's still going to be only one inquiry. It's based on the rules of the bank. It's not based on you pulling up multiple tabs. People taught that because it's Instagram, right? At Bank of America, they'll allow you to get 3 business credit cards with one inquiry. So what happened was most people were saying, oh, you want to apply back to back? It doesn't make a difference. You're still going to get the one inquiry. If you just apply, go to the next one, just apply, go to the next one, just apply.
Yeah, so let's say like Equifax. If I'm applying for all these cards from Equifax, before, like if I go to, and I don't know if this is accurate, but I'm just going to throw out banks that I'm familiar with. Like let's say PNC and Bank of America and Discover all use Equifax, right? If I apply for the 3 cards for PNC, the reason why you want to have the other tabs with Bank of America and Discover open is so that if you wait too long and you already apply for the PNC, now they see that you apply for credit with PNC.
No, because the account takes 30 days to report. That's why it doesn't make a difference.
Got you.
Yeah.
So thanks for clarifying.
All new accounts take 30 days to report, which is why when you get business inquiries, when you get inquiries when applying for business credit cards, you can always remove them, right? You can always remove the inquiry. You know why? Because the account will never ever report to your personal. So because that, when we go dispute an inquiry, it doesn't affect us. The reason you don't really want to necessarily remove inquiries on the personal side is because especially after 30 days, because now that that account is reporting, when you go say, oh, I never applied for that account, guess what? The Bureau says, okay, so you're reporting fraud. So now there's a chance that your account can be now closed, right? So that's the difference between business and personal when it comes to inquiries.
Got you. But if it's a business card, you can get the inquiry removed off your personal.
Exactly, because the account will never report to your personal. So they see you disputing the inquiry, but they're like, okay, there's no account there, so we just remove it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's some game too. That's some game.
And now that we removed all the inquiries, guess what? We can go get more funding. This is how you see people getting $500,000, $700 million in funding, because anytime we get those accounts, no business account should ever be reporting to your business name. That's why we love leverage. So like, let's say you go max out your business credit cards on your business. Guess what? As long as you're making your minimum payment, because we do still have to pay that, of course, right? We have to pay those people back. I want to be clear. But you have just a minimum payment. As long as you're making that, your DTI doesn't go out of whack. Your utilization doesn't go through the roof. Versus if you over leverage your personal credit, now we can shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Because now we have to worry about how do I pay that back, which we got plays for that as well. But it's just a little more work that you got to do.
Hey, man, y'all go ahead and comment y'all favorite part of this conversation. I'm going to make sure that we drop that link to the 3-day boot camp in the description as well. So y'all go ahead, look at the description for that link, and I want to see y'all on that call December 11th to December 13th. Yes, make sure y'all go follow Darius at Darius Benders on Instagram, all platforms.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna make sure his YouTube channel's on there as well, so y'all can get that extra game.
Yes,
but I mean, other than that, Darius, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.